Oily skin. So, okay, I suffered from oily skin for a lot of years, and in my mid 40s now, I'm a little bit oily just in my T zone, but nothing crazy that I can't handle. So if you're in your 20s or 30s, you're still very, very young, and I know oily skin can be a pain in the butt, but you should celebrate your oily skin because I think if you have oily skin, you just age better. I mean, no, disrespect to our drier skin gals, but I really feel like if you've got oily skin or even have suffered from acne in your past when you were younger, I feel like oily skin people, the skin's thicker, first of all, so you just age a little bit slower and you always look a little bit younger than you really are. So, okay, so you guys are asking about oily skin. So oily skin and makeup is a little bit of a problem sometimes because, okay, so many people now are using these long wearing matte foundations. They're very, very popular. I see them all over Sephora, all over Ulta. Oh, there's grandma yelling at the kids. All over Sephora, all over Ulta, all in the drugstores. The trend really now is like matte complexions, overly matte complexions, and long wearing liquid foundation and powder formulas. And they're good if you're very, very young and very, very oily. However, I will say anyone maybe 25 and up that's using an overly matte or long wearing foundation, they tend to look very artificial, very flat, and they tend to cake like a lot. So I would say, first of all, if you're oily skinned and you're used to heavy, fuller coverage with these long wearing matte foundations, first of all, okay, you don't necessarily have to go out and buy something completely new or switch to something dewy that you're completely not used to and you're thinking, oh my gosh, like I can't wear this, it's too goopy. What you can do, my biggest thing that I would say is use a very lightweight SPF underneath your foundation. So hopefully you found a lightweight SPF. And if you want to message me or DM me for some recommendations, tell me a little bit about your skin and I'll give you some recommendations. But I do have a sunscreen video and I'm going to upload another one to you guys so you can see it. But I talk about different sunscreens that I've reviewed. But you want something that's very, very sheer, very, very lightweight. Oily skin does need moisturizer just like a dry skin does. However, you don't need a very thick one. Your skin needs a light hydration, but it doesn't need a lot of heavy weight. Oily skins just usually lack water. They have an abundance of oil, but they lack water. That's why you can sometimes feel a little bit dry and tight feeling, and that's that dehydration, but also be oily. Or you can have dry patches on your skin or sensitive patches on your skin and still be oily. It's just your skin's basically crying out for water. So, okay, so my point was a lightweight moisturizer underneath your foundation is key because if you're very oily and you're dehydrated and your skin is lacking and crying out for water, when you put these liquid foundations on your face, they get absorbed by your skin. So basically your skin is kind of sucking up all the emolliency of that foundation, and then when that happens, what's left behind is just the powdery pigments in the formula, if that makes sense. So that's why you're looking and feeling cakey. So if you do a nice lightweight hydrator underneath your powder foundation or your liquid foundation, that's going to help a lot because your skin's going to get hydration and nourishment that it needs, and it's not going to try to suck it all up from your liquid, and you're not going to look overly cakey. And plus, everyone needs an SPF when they go out anyway. So if you get a nice lightweight SPF hydrator underneath your foundation, then that's good. So you want to do that. And then there are tons and tons of primers out all over. Primers have been very, very popular. I would say they've exploded in the last 5 years or so on the makeup scene. And I kind of have a love-hate relationship with primers. I think that a lot of the time primers are really unnecessary. I feel like there's so many primers that their main ingredient is silicone. So silicone is something that gives your face like a nice slip. It can fill in pores. It can make the skin look more just like uniform, not bumpy, not textured, not raised. And so many liquid foundations contain silicone anyway that a lot of times if you're doing a primer with a bunch of silicone and then you're putting a foundation with a bunch of silicone on top, that can also make your makeup slip and slide all around. You're feeling cakey, you're feeling heavy, and your makeup just isn't lasting. And so oily skins, you guys can run into that. So I actually try to say, you know, if you find a foundation that you really like and you can get away with making it last without using a primer underneath, usually that's your best bet, because with oily skins, the more stuff you're layering on underneath your makeup, the more it's going to slip and slide all around. The oil's going to break up all those layers and it's just not going to look nice. More layers is more gunk kind of mixing in with the oil and gunk that your pores are already producing. So I hope this is making sense. So what I would suggest for the oily skin is do a nice lightweight hydrator / SPF under your makeup. Now, instead of those thick silicone primers, I love setting sprays, all kinds of makeup setting sprays. And if you get a good makeup setting spray, you can use that as a primer and as a setter when you're done applying your makeup. So I cleanse, I tone, I moisturize, and then what I would suggest if you're oily skin, spritz your face with a setting spray, and that can be your primer. You know, you kind of want to be at arm's length and just kind of spritz the air, and you know, some people do like a crisscross motion and then down your T-zone, but just use that setting spray, let that dry down, and then go ahead and apply your makeup. And then when you're done applying your makeup, powder is usually a necessity for oily skin girls, but there's a lot of oily skin girls that don't really like that overly powdered look. They feel like it dulls down their foundation look. Unless you're really, really into the matte look, then, you know, go for it. But too much powder just tends to make you look like you're a cake face anyway. So why do that? So the trick I tell everybody with powder, whether you're dry, whether you're oily, is I like to take a damp beauty sponge. I really don't like powder brushes. I really don't. I feel like most of them, when you've taken the time to apply your foundation, whether it's a cream, whether it's a liquid, whether it's a powder, you've taken the time and you're now doing a light finishing dusting of your powder to set, the bristles can kind of move that makeup around. What's the point of that? You know, sometimes you're kind of creating problems where they don't need to happen. So what I like to tell people, whether they're oily, dry, what have you, okay, take your damp beauty sponge. It's not dripping, it's just damp. You probably were using it to apply your foundation, right? So take that same sponge and dip it into a little bit of your powder, whether it's pressed, whether it's loose, and then just bounce that all over your face, and then, you know, go a little bit more in those areas where you need. And I really do find that it's the combination of the powder with that damp beauty sponge. You avoid that whole caked on look. It is a makeup artist's secret. It's something I used to do on brides that would give them the longevity without that powdery cake face look. When you're done with that, when you have applied as much powder as you think you need, and most people need less than what they think, we're all sometimes a little heavy-handed with the powder, then you give your face a final spritz with the setting spray. Now, as you may know, I am a rep for Mascara Beauty. I really love and adore their setting spray. It smells divine, and it can be used as a primer and as a finishing spray to set the makeup. And there's tons of them. You can pretty much get them anywhere. Some are definitely better than others. A little bit of denatured alcohol or alcohol denat in the formula is really not usually that big of a deal. There are a lot of people that freak out and cringe. Oh, well, this makeup setting spray has alcohol in it. It's terrible. You know, by that time, you've got your moisturizer on, you've got your foundation, you've got your powder. You're not spraying with so much alcohol on your face that you're going to dry your skin out from that. It's like a finishing touch. And even if you're using it as a primer, you've got your hydration on, and then you're doing a light spritz. You're not like sitting there going, shh, shh, you know, like where your face is dripping, for goodness sake. So yeah, some people just go a little crazy about that, and that's kind of unnecessary. So what else can I think of to tell you guys? So yeah, so that's just kind of like my basic recommendation for you if you're oily skinned, is just use less makeup than you think you would need, because a lot of us tend to over apply foundation, and really you don't need usually as much as you think. And using really heavy, thick silicone primers, things like that. So you've got those thick silicone primers, you've got a layer of thick, heavy makeup, plus your skin is overproducing oil. So that's just a recipe for a gunky mess. If you use less foundation, if you don't use a silicone-y thick primer underneath your foundation, you've eliminated a lot of layers right there. So I hope that's helpful. I personally use and adore cream makeup. I've been talking about cream makeup now to you guys for a while. Cream makeup doesn't seep into pores the way that liquid does. It doesn't dry down the way that liquids do. Creams set when you set them, and because they float on top of the skin, because they don't absorb into the skin, and because it's such a high concentration of pigment, you actually end up using a lot less. So when you do a very small amount of cream all over an oily complexion and you set it properly, you will find that you look and feel less oily. Now, it will be a little bit of an adjustment in the very beginning if you're very oily or oily skinned and you use a cream, because it's not going to be a texture that you're used to, and it's not going to be a look that you're used to. Most of you are used to using way too much makeup and having it look very thick. So creams are really great for all skin types, and especially for oily skins, because you use less and you look like you have a more natural skin-like finish. So I hope that helps with oily skin questions and makeup and helping your makeup last.